Howdy folks, welcome to my tutorial for Keeping the Faith by Billy Joel. I have been getting some requests for this one lately, so I thought I'd do it. This is actually probably one of the simpler ones in the catalog, and we're doing a little bit of an approximation here. There's not a real obvious piano or keyboard part. What is there, I believe, is actually being done on a Fender Rhodes. Underneath there, I think you've got a little... That's got chorus on it. I think that's kind of what's going on underneath there, but it's very hidden in the mix. But there must be something, I believe. Billy tends to play piano or keyboard on this and has going all the way back to the 90s. So he doesn't just walk around and sing to it. So I do believe there's a keyboard part, and we're going to kind of approximate it based on the rhythm going on in the song and what I've been able to piece together watching live performances. So we're in the key of D, D major, and what we're going to learn in this first part, this is only going to be a two-part tutorial. What we're going to learn in this first part is sort of the basic rhythm pattern and chords that go into it. So we start out and it's going to look like this. Okay, so we're just going to focus on that in part one, and then in part two we'll show you everything else, because there's really not a whole lot else to learn. But so what are we doing? Well, the left hand is fairly straightforward. We're kind of going, so here's middle C, find a D, two Ds below that. And what we're going to be doing is going... So it's D, A, D, A, B, D, A, D, A, B, D, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. And that's going to hold pretty true. Occasionally we're going to go to a G chord. And what I'm going to do there is I'll play octave Gs. And then just D with my index finger like this. Bum, bum, bum. Bottom, bum, 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 bottom, D, E, G. So we're doing the exact same maneuver, just in a different key. You can do the same thing with the octave deal on the Ds if you want down here. That's really up to you, but this is a low enough note that if you don't play octaves, you're not going to lose much bottom end. Okay, so we'll have plenty of time to go over that in repetition later. So just wanted to let's have you see what was going on. There's a little bit of an opening riff that's kind of fun. Again, here's middle C. So with your right hand, find the E below that. And the thing starts with a little ba-dum, ba-dum. 1, 2, 3, da-da-da-da. 1 and 2 and 3 and ba-da-ba-da. So it's E, F sharp, A, B. Okay, ba-dum, ba-dum. And then we jump up and we're on a D chord. And we're going to voice it here, A, D, F sharp. And here's the rhythm. You just play the D chord, bump, bump, bump. 1 and 2, da, 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 da. And then it goes like this. So what are we doing here? Well, it's D chord, and it's kind of an E minor 7 chord, except it kind of plays more like a G6 in the context of the song, but it's B, D, E, and G. Ba-da-ba-ba, just kind of going back and forth in that rhythm. When we go nice and slow, what you see is like this. Ba-da-ba-ba. See how that lines right up on the B that you're playing in your left hand? Okay, so that is kind of what's going on through the bulk of the song. And so when I play it nice and slow here, I'm just going to do that a couple of times real quick. Now when we move to the G, what's happening here is that you're going to play a full G chord with octave Gs. G, B, D, G, like so, and you're going to do the same rhythm pattern. Bump, 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 ba-da, ba, ba. And we're just going to go to a C chord, which is then G, C, E, G. So we're just going to go back and forth between a G chord and a C chord the way we were going between D and G6 before. And underneath it you've got and then back to D. And that's about all there is to it for the bulk of the verses. And then what finally then happens, and of course you know me, I'm going to go through this and do several repeats, but I'm trying to just get through the parts for you. So we're coming out of the G thing, we're going... And in your left hand, now you go to quarter notes on A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go to a B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then back to A. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just G on a 1. 1, 2, 3. And then right back to bump, 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 ba-dum, bump, bump, ba-dum, bump. Okay, so what's happening in the right hand is that we're going to do what I like to call a toggle technique. And that means that we're going to take a D chord and we're going to play the top half of it and then toggle to your thumb on the bottom note, like so. So you're playing D and F sharp up here, toggling down to the A. 1, da, 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 da. And then we're going to go to this G6 or E minor 7, however you want to call it. And we're going to play D, E, and G up here and toggle to the B with your thumb. And then we are going to do And then what we're going to do is play a kind of a, it's going to be what's an A6 or kind of an F sharp minor 7th. So it's A, C sharp, E, and F sharp. So C sharp, E, F sharp, and then toggle to the A with your thumb. And then we just play a G chord, boom. So G, B, D, and G, boom. And it's yeah, 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 keeping the faith. So what it looks like, kind of nice and slow, is we've come out of this G thing. And then you're right back to. Okay, so that's what's going on in most of the verses. We'll look at the bridge and all of that good stuff in part 2. But so let's just play this a few times so you can see it all in context, and I'll play through it at the same number of times for each chord that would appear in the song. We go through the whole thing about 4 times at the beginning, and then you're into the verses. So just kind of watch and see how it all fits together, okay? And we'll just go through one verse. 1, 2, 3. Then we'd be into the second verse. So pretty straightforward. The hardest thing with this song is getting the syncopation of the rhythm down. 1 da 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 da, and it's on a swing or a shuffle. It's not on a standard 1 and 2 and 3 and grid. It's on the hot potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato, 1 2 da 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 da. Just have to play with it until it feels right, you know. If you struggle with swing beats, it's something that just comes from practice, and play along with Billy Joel's record. It's a lot of fun. It's not a real complicated part, but I'll tell you what, this has got such a fun groove that if you put that on, you got Liberty's drum beat going on, you play along with it. It's a really fun thing to get into the pocket with them. So, okay, let me just play this one more time really slow, and then I'll play it one time all the way through at full speed, and then we'll move on to part 2. So, really nice and slow. Okay? When you get to full speed, so there you go. Really fun little piece to play, even though it's not got the most going on in it, but it's just got a great groove. So see you in part 2, and we'll learn all the other little nuances in the tune and put the whole thing together. See you then.